So I just decided that I had to fly straight there. Desperate times, desperate measures. So welcome back to EveryTrade Behind the Build. So I went away over the weekend to Mallorca again, just me and Rachel, my lovely wife. It was nice, but I thought rather than fly back to Manchester and drive up to Newcastle to Project Toon, because I want to spend as much time as possible in Project Toon until we hand it over, I actually changed my flight, got a flight from Mallorca to Newcastle for 85 quid. Unbelievable. And Newcastle Airport, what a dream to go through. It's much smaller than Manchester Airport. So yeah, I've come over and surprised everyone at Project Toon. And do you know what? I'm glad I come because I can take a bit of pressure off Bizzle and Danny and all the boys and try and help with the organisational side. But also, it's nice to see how much the job has moved on in the last few days. And to be honest with you, that's what you'll see now. Every single day, this job will move on. I've got enough underpants to stay here until tomorrow, so I think what I'll do is book a hotel room tonight and just try and be here for the guys tomorrow. But yeah, I've got nothing else though, literally. These are the clothes that I left my holiday on, and this is what I'll have to wear for 2 days. But let's have a little look around and see how we're getting on. If you're a Newcastle fan and you're a student, this is definitely the place to be. I'll show you inside some of the apartments in a minute, because I've got to be careful as well, because I've got no PPE, so I'm probably going to get some grief for this. I'm up a scaffold with 0 PPE, but there literally isn't anything here. And I'm here more for morale reasons, but yeah, there's also this massive open expanse of land as well, randomly, with some cows in it as well, which I'm not 100% sure. The owner of the company we're working for told me that before they bought it, apparently, one of the students managed to smuggle a cow into an apartment. I'll be honest, I've had a few cows in my apartments back in the day, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, so we'll get into it. We'll have a look and see how the job's getting on, but yeah, it's nice. I love being up scaffolds. So I've got cousin Alex here helping me out. He's been based over here. How you getting on, lad?
Yeah,
Good?
It's going well.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, loving it.
You liking work? Have you worked here before ever?
Worked in Abersock
for us
a
though?
week, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than
You
that,
enjoying
no.
it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
No, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, putting long hours in, aren't you? But
Oh, yeah.
if you look here now, all the solar panels are on. So yeah, they had to get planning permission for these solar panels, because obviously there's a big master plan for this ground here. Like I said, St James's is moving here, so we're going to put some pest control netting top and bottom, because that's a real issue, that is the pest control of solar panels, because you can get like birds and seagulls and stuff nesting below. So yeah, all the solar panels I think are in now. The scaffold will be struck next week, and then we can get on painting this rear elevation here. But it's a massive scaffold. Whoa, man down. This scaffold, literally right around the back perimeter, it's cost an absolute fortune. It's going to take about 3 days, I think, to deconstruct. But yeah, if you can see. The idea is that this will just generate electricity for this site, and they can also sell a bit back into the grid. Let's go and have a look. I'll try and show you one of the ones that we finished. Right, so I'm going to try and show you inside one of the finished ones. This one is actually being occupied this Friday. So there's 2 that are getting done out of the 16 for a phased moving. What I've asked cousin Alex to do is put these shoe protectors outside all the finished apartments, so that when anyone goes in, they've either got to take the shoes off or they'll have to put these on. So yeah, it's annoying because we haven't really shown you before what it's like, but if you come inside, got the lights on here. Oh, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's have a look as well. Look what we've done to him. We've hurt him.
Wounded.
What have we done to you?
Soldier at war, son.
Yeah, but how did you really do that? Wayne said you're not telling the truth.
Well, I can't.
And Wayne is now walking with a limp.
Yes, let's leave it at that. Leave it.
Yeah, but yeah, he's the man. He's done well on this job, Biz. You're getting there, aren't we?
Always smashing.
Yeah, so basically, this is one that is done. So, you won't really recall what these were like originally, but honestly, the transformation is amazing. They're small and they're compact, but this is such cool accommodation, especially the location in the centre of Newcastle. So, yeah, got a nice herringbone detail on the floor. This customer really does think about interior design. It also thinks about function as well. So, you know, everything to the depth of the overhang on the breakfast bar here. If you look at this as well, this is a micro laminate. It's really good. It's actually a cost-effective product. We use it in our end products, but it's really thin. I think it's about 12 mil. We put a nice rounded edge. I had to buy a jig specially to do that. But it's really hard wearing, doesn't scratch. It's actually waterproof fully because we've got it outside in the rain. We've got no storage space. But yeah, this also, what like I said last week, we engineered tiling out of the job just because it's one less trade, one less messy trade you have to worry about. So these are just modular. They click together and fit. So yeah, this did not look like this 2 hours ago. So we've had the cleaners in. We're just doing the final snags in this, but I'll try and show you. Is there just one bathroom in this, will you? So yeah, we've got 2 bathrooms. So every apartment has got 2 bathrooms. We've got one that's pink. And again, we've gone for the same with the modular paneling. And yeah, it's snug, but it works. There's no point in making a bathroom any bigger than it needs to be because you don't earn any extra money for bathrooms. There's little bits of snagging we've got to do there. So that's just waiting for plaster to dry. We're going to sort things like that out. These tops have gone on, but they're removable if you need to get behind, so there's no rubbish and stuff like that. So yeah, these are looking pretty smart to be fair. We've had Tim in to do all the masticing. Again, it's worth getting someone that's good at doing the siliconing and the masticing to make it bang on. Take you into one of the bedrooms. So again, they're not the biggest, but they're big enough. They're self-contained. This is kind of off the shelf in that I've had a company come in and supply the exact same desk, shelf, wardrobe and bed in the same one. So these are ready to go. They'll be dressed for the photos, and then this is how a student will get it. For the first time in forever, this client's not putting TVs in the bedroom because they've said to people, students don't watch TV anymore. They just watch the laptops or their iPads or the phones, which is true. Got these nice little pop-up sockets here as well, which have got USB-C and USB, which is amazing, isn't it? So yeah, looking good. This as well is magnetic paint, would you believe? So it's a coating that goes on there and then you paint over it and then they can stick pins and stuff to it. Also, here's a feature. Let me grab that, cousin Alex. Them there. These can be programmed. These are the thermostats for the heater. Pain, I hate seeing that. But these can be programmed so that I can't have them on piping hot and then running up big electricity bills for the client. So the client has got full control over the heating as well. So yeah, it's good. So it's looking really nice. I'm really pleased. It's ready. A couple of little snags to sort. Cleaners are coming back in just to give it one last sparkle clean tomorrow. But this is ready for moving at midday tomorrow. So we've had to obviously tap into all the resource that we've got. And we've had Dale fitting shower screens, but he's actually been doing wet plumbing, joinery with cousin Alex as well. They've been a little dream team and it's amazing. But sometimes you've got to look at that. I knew that whatever happens, we had to get this job finished. So we literally looked at our company and thought, right, how can we get resources from other, here he is, the lad. He's also going to be my chauffeur as well. He's going to take me home tomorrow. So yeah, it's, yeah, you've been up to all sorts, haven't you, Dale? Legend. But we've had about 900 vans break down, so he's got loads of work waiting for him when he gets back as well. But yeah, let's go and have a look around and see what else we've got. So yeah, this is more of the blocks here. Done a bit of decoration on this one now, tidied it up, looks loads better. But the rain has come. It's been nice all summer. So that one there, nobody should be going in that one because that one's getting moved into tomorrow. So I like to normally put a bit of tape on or something. Oh, so the floor's gone down in the communal areas here. Not sure about this green. What do you think? I think it's quite dark, but you get used to it. So where's that music? You need to turn that music off. I'm gonna get a copyright strike. Got to think about these things. Right, so this is one that we're almost finished on, and this one again is getting moved into tomorrow, but we're just doing the final snagging, so the cleaners have not been in it. It makes a massive difference when the cleaners come in, but basically all the work's done. We've pre-snagged it, which means Danny and I have been round, done a list, and I use an app called Site Audit Pro. Any of you guys doing snagging, it's only a tenner, but it's a great little app. And what it means, you can do your snag lists on it and then just literally send the PDF by WhatsApp or email or whatever to your team. It's amazing. So if I had my phone on me, I'd show you, but I've not. It's back where I'm working from. But yeah, so this one's looking pretty good actually. Just checking there's nothing. One thing I always say to my team is make sure you're clearing it out, because if it's like this here, it's okay, it's nice because it's rubbish, but it's in one place. If it was scattered all over the floor, which like it was before, people sort of think, you know what, it's not worth it. Like, they'll maybe not take as much pride in their work, but yeah, this is looking pretty good actually. Trim needs to go on there. A few bits. This has to be done tonight, all the bits. So it's getting on, but it has to be done, because if not, the cleaners can't clean it tomorrow and then the photographers are coming in. So it's a knock-on effect. It's understanding that process, but I'm pretty beat. I'm going to make sure that this is all ready for cleaning. Speak to Sean, make sure it's all done, and then I'm going to check into my hotel, and then I might, if I'm up for it, go and watch the mighty Man United play. But I'll see how I feel, because I am pretty tired, because I literally have not slept since about 5 o'clock this morning. So yeah, but yeah, catch you tomorrow. Morning. Went out last night with the boys to watch the mighty Man United. Oh, what is going on? I know this isn't a football show, but I just literally don't understand how we can go from being probably one of the best teams, certainly in Britain, and one of the best teams in Europe, to getting beat by Grimsby. But Grimsby were good, to be fair, but there's something, like, it doesn't matter what manager comes in, it doesn't matter what players they buy, there's something systemically wrong with the culture or something of that team. It's so hard. I don't think anybody knows the answer. I didn't have a good night's sleep actually. I never sleep well when I'm not in my own bed. So I'm literally thinking I'll stay in Newcastle for the day the client is coming up. This is the client I've had a relationship with for over 15 years. We work really well. I know what he expects and what he requires. And yeah, but he's at a new company now. So it's not that I've got to keep him happy, but there's obviously other people, his partners, his professional team. So, you know, we've got to make another good first impression on this project. That makes sense. Can't just expect my relationship with him to get me through. So we've got a lot to do. After sort of decompressing last night, I was thinking, you know what, we have got a lot to do, but we'll do it. I've got every faith in the guys. Talking of football, this is definitely wasted on me, but I woke up this morning and check this out. What a view. If you're a Newcastle fan, that is some view, innit? I mean, it's a good hotel, this. Also, a bit nerdy, but who makes the bed in the morning? I always try and make my bed in the morning, because it's a psychological thing, in that if you make your bed in the morning, you've done something, you do a half decent job of it, you've done something right, and you get that dopamine hit. Try it, that dopamine hit of, right, I've done something right. It's like a military thing, apparently. The American military do it. You make your bed nice and neat, probably the British military as well, and it's done. Yeah, you've in your head, you've ticked something off your list, and that sets the day, right? So I always try to make my bed in the morning. So yeah, I'm gonna head to site. I'm gonna do some filming. I'm not sure what will happen. I'm probably gonna stay here for most of the day. I could potentially stay for one more day if I need to, but I'm hoping that I won't need to. And I've only got one pair of underpants, so I ain't gonna work, is it? So yeah, might go back, get a train this afternoon. But I've enjoyed it. It's been good. It's been good being on site with the lads. And you know what? I was sat in the pub last night with all the boys, and I was looking at Sean Bizzle, Matt Gratty, Tom Connor, some of the lads that have been with me for years, just there. And I thought, you know what a team we've built, and I love that. So it's I definitely had a bit of a moment of pride, brought the lads around, and then got off, made my excuses because I was tired and I needed to get some sleep for a big day. So yeah, catch you on site. I've not done much filming today, but I've been on site for ages, whipping a lot into shape, and I've actually got myself fully abreast with the job now. So I'm in Danny's room stroke office. He's set himself up because he's still estimating for all our projects as well as being based here and managing the job. What we've decided is that Danny's basically going to stay right through, go home for a day at the weekend, and I'm also going to come back next week and work here most of next week. I can look at this, is that magnetic paint? That's good, isn't it? So I don't know if it'll take the weight of that. No, not that good. But yeah, so what I've built is what I'm calling a live project completion tracker. So basically I've listed out all of the apartments just because what I've noticed is we've got a lot of trades all over the place doing all sorts of stuff. So I've built out all the actual remaining tasks that are needed for completion, and I've basically built a really simple traffic light system. So we've got the kitchens, the kitchen worktops, the splashbacks, the appliances, the master king, the second fix sockets, decorations like cupboards going in, laundry shelf, door handles, really small granular bits and pieces. And then Danny, twice a day, is going to go through this and basically mark it red if it's not done, amber if it's being done at that point, or green if it's completed. We've also shared this with the client because we work in collaboration with our client on this, and then literally they know where it's up to. So the aim of the game is to turn everything on this sheet green. At the moment, a lot of it is red, and I am actually a bit nervous about showing this to the client because it looks worse than it is, but it might not. It's not been updated this today actually. So once he updates it properly later on today, it's going to be a really helpful tool, and it'll just give us a Bible, a guide to work through, so we know that what we've got to do and what's outstanding, basically. But yeah, I believe in things like this. But yeah, we've got a lot to do. I'm going to stay till probably about 7 o'clock tonight because Dale's going home because he's got stuff to do in Manchester tomorrow. So I'm going to jib a lift with Dale. And there's not much else to show you because I don't want to bother the guys because they're all really busy. But yeah, this tracker is going to be our Bible now for the rest of the job. It's just about to go home. My chauffeur, the mechanic, stroke shower door fitter, stroke panel installer, the van has broken down. What's up, Dale? What's happened?
Battery's just flat. It's not been using it all week, so.
So what we're going to do, we have to get another van to charge up this van then?
Yeah, this, yeah.
Oh man, I've not seen my kids in a week. Do you want to push? Can we not push it?
No. It's not the help, isn't it?
Oh mate, it's going to be a long night. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Sean's
Oh, Bizzle's bringing his van here. So we might be all right here. Oh, never mind, eh? You could just stay and keep working if you want.
get you some work.
Yeah. Not me, I'm not working. Yes, this is what I like, teamwork. It's actually now 7 o'clock at night as well. Everybody just wants to wrap up, but to be fair, the boys have been working quite late every night. But this is probably just not what the boys wanted. So about the mechanic's van's broken down, man.
It's alright, you got Bizzle here, son.
I know, Bizzle.
Let's get it.
Yeah. How's your finger?
Sure.
Is it? Oh God, it's your finger, innit?
Finger.
How did you do that then?
On a piece of hardwood. Splinter went in there.
Working on at this job?
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry.
You clocked out when you went to the hospital, didn't you?
Yeah, small claim court.
Yeah, again. I must owe you about £5 million, yes.
I'm never working in the North East again. I've got a hernia in Durham.
You did actually, didn't you?
I end up in hospital there.
Yeah.
End up in hospital there again.
Because you're a grafter, innit? Yeah, right, we're done. We're going home. All right.
Peace.
See you next week. Let's go home. I'll stand here if you hit me, then you get a pay rise.
See you in a bit.
Didn't even flinch. All right. Good morning. It's Friday. I'm in HQ and it feels good to be back. Sorting the mic out. However, I feel like I've been away for like 6 years because so much has happened. I feel at the moment I can't concentrate on anything other than Project Tune because there's a lot to do. I've built my traffic light sheet that I've shown you and we're sticking by that. Just done a little update with Danny on that. He's still on site and we are getting through it. The boys are working right through the weekend. It's just going to be right down to the wire. So I think what I'm going to do is get back myself there at some point over the weekend and stay there the early part of next week. Just one more week of hard graft I've got to do, and it'll be worth it. It is worth it because it's good numbers for us, great client, and there's a lot more work down the line all over the UK, which is why we do what we do. Need to catch up with our kid on grabs. Need to catch up with the man behind the camera, TB, to see where he's up to, all these little bits and pieces. And then I've already had a little catch up with KTM, so I know what's going on there. But let's have a little catch up with Mr. Riddick. I have no idea what he's shot, what he's done, but he tells me he's done a couple of bits. Let's go and see how we're getting on over in our second city, Liverpool.
So this week we're back in the office. Look at this. Boom. All set up. So I thought it'd be good to maybe show you another deal I've been sent. So I've been sent this by a contact of mine. Give me a call and said, got this property. It's a commercial building. Ideal for something that we want. We already own a property on that same block. So he thought he'd come to us and speak to us, which is good. I went out and seen it yesterday morning. So I've a run through with my eyes and see what I thought of the building, what the condition is and what we could do with it. So we already own next door, which I'll show you now. Look. So we already own a property on the same, you can see the little emperor sign there for that. So we converted that into a 7-bed HMO upstairs, and then the shop was existing, so we kept them in there and set them up on a new lease. So they signed a new 10-year lease when we bought the building, and then we got planning and converted the upstairs into a 7-bedroom all-en-suite HMO, which is performing nice. This is for professionals, but on this same row, I won't say which one it is, we've had a little off-market deal sent to us, which the landlord is looking to offload, and it's a commercial building. So I am in the process now of just doing a little quick appraisal on there. My gut feeling is what the asking price is too high. Said that on the day when I seen it as well. They want 275 for it. We paid 250k for R1 about 2 or 3 years ago now. But they want 275 for this. But my strategy with this one would be not to do HMO upstairs and just do 2 apartments, a 1-bed apartment and a 2-bedroom apartment. That's sort of the layout. That will keep the build cost down. I wouldn't be as much. So I'm just having a little bit of a play about with it now of what I think it would sort of cost. They've done a little basic price of what we sort of pay for certain things in Liverpool on certain bits, and trying to stack it up as best I can in terms of an MVAL. And it's coming a little bit too close. So I've got obviously my little trusty spreadsheet, which I'm going to show you. You can see there, little buy to let stacker, which is what it is, basically this. I can use this sheet for it. So 275 purchase, obviously it's a commercial build, so my stamp is 325. I use a little website for that as well. And the one there, the calculator, easy one to use. And then I'm just stacking it up now, so I'm throwing bits in. My GDV, I'm putting about 465 for it, with it being the 2 apartments and the commercial unit downstairs. Rent about 3,100 a month. Could be a bit more, but I'm being conservative. Same on the Val, could get a little bit more, but build doing about 125-ish, about 120 upstairs, because again it's not HMO, and probably about 5 downstairs just to do proper fire protection and split it off properly. But yeah, as I say, I'm just having a play around with it, and this is our software, what I always use to try and come with an appraisal and look at working different things out. But I think just playing with the figures, if we were paying a 250 mark for that, it would sort of be a bit more appealing. I'm even thinking potentially 240 on it. We can get that for 240. That's not a bad one for us to do. I've got another little sheet as well, which I might share with you now. This is a little bit more detailed. You put in basically you build it out where the job is and stuff, what road it's on, and then I go through the accommodation. So put in there if it was resi or commercial. Obviously it's a commercial unit. Upstairs I'm planning to have a 1-bed and a 2-bed. You can select whatever you've got. put the size in, so it gives me square footage areas and stuff, my gross internal area, and then the price of what I think it should be, like 125 for the 1 bed, for the commercial, 140 for the 1 bed, 200k for the 2 bed, professional fees, whatever I need, so plans about 2k, putting a PO on there, which is just basically cover Christy and 5k, gets us to 7.5 grand, so I could just do a percentage, but I'm just being a bit more accurate. Then it gets me to me appraisal now, which I'm just getting into. If I was doing, I'm obviously not selling it, the resi side or the commercial side, it's going to get rented, so that doesn't really appeal much. It's just that we're looking for there, the GDV. It's 464, it's about 465. Then a bit more on planning and stuff, building my fee schedule, bit of my finance going into the land acquisition costs, and then this is spitting out a little bit of a low GDV because it's not right, gross development profit, but it's not. It's pulling it through proper yet and still playing with it. But what it does, it gives you the full cash flow schedule of what you would be paying out for your build costs and stuff. My little split there and a little graph that I use to do my equity curve and how much you would be sort of paying out in terms of payment. And then you can also go right down to an equity structure. So depending on who is involved, whether you've got investors involved or whatever, it works out what they're due back. But on this particular one, I won't need to because me and Chris are just on it, obviously. We probably won't need an investor on this one. Probably just do it ourselves. But if someone's watching, you want to get involved, give us a message because we may do it. But I think up to now, we're just going to do this one. But it's a good one, as I say, but I'll put the offer in, see what gets said. We can't pay 275 for it, it's not worth it. But we can pay 240. So I think if I can get it for 240, we're in for a deal. So yeah, that'll do for now. Need to get myself back and crack on with some other bits. So back over to Manny.
So yes, I popped over to New HQ, and as you can see, the boys from 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 have first fixed our AC. Well, they've got one more day to go. So what we've got one unit in here that sorts this whole area out there. It'll also deal with our heat as well, so we don't need the central heating system. So we're going to cap the gas off, and obviously it'll keep us nice and cool on the one day a year that it's sunny in Manchester. So DB's office, Danny's office, he's got a wall mounted unit, ceiling mounted unit in here. In KTM's office, got him a wall mounted unit up there on a remote control. So again, heat, cool, whatever you want. We need to think about ventilation. I couldn't quite stretch to the ventilation. So obviously we're gonna have windows all along here, but I need a way of getting nice air inside and have the air recirculate. So I'm gonna have a look at that. And then obviously in my office, a wall mounted unit there. I've absolutely just spec that in black as well. So if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it once, but I'll do it right. So yeah, and then in the meeting room, another wall mounted unit. It's expensive, it's a big investment, but I just think it creates a nice atmosphere for everyone to work and do their best work. I want people to come here and wanna spend time here. Whilst I've been here, I've noticed that the human Swiss Army knife, straight back from dropping me off from Newcastle, is trying to sort out one of our tippers that the wet belt has took out the entire engine. So let's have a look over to you, Dale, down there, and see how we're getting on.
Yes guys, so I'm back doing the transit tipper, which is the wet belt that the wet belt failed. As you see here, it's looking nice and fresh and clean. And all the bit of oil there, it's just come out of the pickup. So I've now got the hydraulic tappets. They've turned up yesterday, but I was in Liverpool, not in Liverpool, in Newcastle. So now we've got these, which are the new ones with the hydraulic tappet, and that basically has to be slot into there and then pop back into the top of the engine, and then I can build the whole top end back up again. So I've managed to get as much done as I can on a Friday afternoon. We need one injector that broke when we were getting it out. So we've got the top, the rocker back on with the cams back in, the belts back on, all timed up. So just need this one injector here, and we've got the other three in, all torqued, well, I wouldn't say torqued, but tightened up. And a lot of the things all built back up, slowly coming together. Busy day, but it's Friday, and I think we've got to clock off now and continue next week. So, see you later.
Sorry, I'm trying to get in touch with Scott, but this one for tomorrow, they're asking, what facilities have any buildings out?
No, they've got nothing. No. You'd have to. The only way we could do it is see if we can find somewhere to get it loose. Or how many tons do they want?
10 ton. Well, he was saying, like, instead of the grit sand, he was saying if Dave would go to office and sand and grab, we'll grab it for him. And then,
well, it can do, as long as it's within the day rate, we can do it. We do what we want, as long as we've got enough time. It's just, they're booked in for the day, on day work, haven't they? So.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, see what they say about it. Okay,
all right, sound.
So that was just a little call there with our kid. It's weird, he's not spoke to me the whole time I've been away, and now I'm back, he needs to check things for me. It's funny because people like to, I call it rent a brain. He's getting much better, our kid, but there is times where he just thinks it's easier to ask Chris, which I don't mind, but I'm trying my hardest not to micromanage everything. Over on Project 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗗, our new build project where we're doing the shell only, we are now on with the roofing, but the weather has been pretty bad in Manchester. Just bad timing. We're waiting for ages for things to come so we get up on the roof. Now we're finally up on the roof. It's not the best. So we made a start. Let's see how we're getting on over on Project 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗗. You know what I'm noticing at the moment? So many of our suppliers are chasing us for work to price. So the merchants, the suppliers, the people that actually support what we do, I don't know if they're going quiet or not, but there's a supplier here who's messaged me, and I swear, back in the day, I could not get him to supply us for the world. His lead times were so long, and he's just saying, anything we can price for you, Chris. And so it must be a bit of they're quite a big company. So is it quiet out there? We're not quiet, but I don't know if it's a bit competitive for suppliers and merchants, stuff like that, but yeah, don't know. I mean, that is the building industry is a really good sort of metric and coalface of how busy the economy is, but all I would say is that we're really busy and we've got a really nice pipeline, and we're actually buying our own stuff as well, so we're going to be busy well into next year, thank God. But yeah, we'll see. But are you busy? So well done, Dale. I actually wanted him to get it done, but he's not that quick. He's faster at fitting shower screens than he is fixing vans, aren't you? So yeah, probably what?
Do a bit of tidying up this morning.
Oh yeah, I did see. I was watching. Don't worry. Yeah, this is what happens when you're this human Swiss Army knife. What do you reckon about the human Swiss Army knife having his own show on YouTube? What do you think? We're thinking about something. That's a little teaser for you. But yeah, let's have a look over here and see. Obviously, I spoke to you the other week about being given a job to empty out a builder's merchant, and I actually don't know what we've got, but we've got all sorts of stuff. And I'll show you in a minute, but we've had the container put here, and that's full of materials also. But we've got loads of racking. So if you're in the market for racking, I've sold a bit already, but give us a shout. But we've literally, it was too good not to. We've got acoustic plasterboard, we've got moisture resistant plasterboard, standard plasterboard, we've got, what's that? OSB. There's definitely some insulated plasterboard, a pallet truck. Lintels. Now I need to measure them lintels there. They're cat-nick lintels. Now often I used to have loads. So what we'd do is when a job, say we'd do a big structural opening or something and we'd take it out an old window, I used to make sure the guys saved the cat-nicks because there's nothing wrong with them, and we'd keep them in the yard and then we'd use them on another job. But the clever people, the building control people, made the cavities wider on the newer builds. So now a lot of the lintels that we'd saved are no good to anyone unless we actually use them on a retrofit job. So I need to check them that they're good for the new cavities. They actually do look quite wide, so they need to be 350. But yeah, all this Velux stuff, I need to go through it all once Project Tune's calmed down. Insulated plasterboard there, timber there, insulation there, the D3 glue I was talking about. Loads of random stuff, but it was too good not to take away. But yeah, I need to go. I'm just saying to Dale, he's got to go to Newcastle on Monday and he's buzzing about it, but it's his own fault for being too versatile. What can I do? He needed. You don't mind, do you, for me? We had a lovely drive back. But as soon as I got in there, I said to him, just before we get started, before you start the engine, do not ask me for a pay rise on this trip. And you know what? He didn't. Oh, yeah, people play in the comments every week that he deserves a pay rise. I can't afford to pay this guy more than £1 a day. Yeah, and that's less. Yeah, we'll get there though. We'll get there. Have a good weekend. See you later, bro. See you later. Right, yeah. So I'll show you this here. Part of the deal to empty out the builders merchants was to take this 𝗕𝗨𝗘𝗟𝗓 in the house. Is to take this 40-foot container. So what I decided was, it's actually not in bad condition. This, so we've had it delivered here to new HQ, and we're going to use it just as a bit of a holding area for materials that are coming off jobs and stuff like that. That's going to stay in there, but eventually Baxton Car Breakers want to buy this off me, and they're going to use it for one of their storage rooms, because it's probably too good to be scrap, but it's nice and rigid. So I think they cut the roof out of it and they use it to like a big bin essentially. So yeah, that's going to stay here for now. We've got extra security, it's padlocked up, but we've got 2 pallets of bricks in front of it, so don't you think about seeing what's in there. It's only actually like offcuts of timber apparently, things like that, and lengths of skirting, nothing too valuable. But yeah, this is actually a good prelude to what this yard's going to be like. The vans will probably have a couple of skips here, so rather than them go all the way to the yard, if we can't get the skip on a job, they can skip here. But I think we've actually filled that skip up to the maximum. But yeah, this will be quite a functional yard eventually. But that's pretty much it. Mad week at EveryTrade really. It's going to be a busy one next week. I need to film more on Project 2. I might ask Hollywood to fly over there on his chopper, man, and come and do a bit of filming there on Project 2, because it is an interesting job and you'll get to see whether we make it or not, because by hook or by crook, by the time you're watching this next week, that's got to be done. It's got to be done. So yeah, wish us luck, and yeah, have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy it, relax, work hard next week, but don't forget the reason we do it, which is to give ourselves, our family, and our friends the best life. See you next week, guys.